Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today, January 7th, 2025, and the top news for crypto are as follows. Let's start today's episode. We will go to Kazakhstan, which plans to create a national cryptocurrency reserve. And this is something we already know from Crypto News. However, the latest reports indicate that the reserve will probably be supported by seized digital assets and mining. From Kazakhstan, we go to South Korea, where we have learned that the country will end its CBDC tests because the stablecoins are coming. As we know from Crypto News, they are of great interest. The Central Bank of South Korea has suspended the tests as it sees that other banks in the country are very lurking by stablecoins, which the government is preparing to legalize and allow for release. From South Korea, we go to Bhutan, which, as I told you in previous episodes, managed to collect $1.3 billion from Bitcoin-related mining from 2022. Now, the royal government of Bhutan carried 137,245 Bitcoin worth about $14.77 million to Binance cryptocurrency exchange. Thus, there are rumors that Bhutan is probably starting to sell some of its bitcoins. From our countries, it's time to go to our ETFs, which are still in the green. The most important ETF news comes from BlackRock, with its Bitcoin ETF reaching $70 billion in assets faster than any ETFs in America, showing how popular Bitcoin is between the institutions once again. We also have very good ETF news for Solana, where the first ETF is expected to hit the market on Wednesday. According to RecShare, the first spot Solana ETF will be released on Wednesday and will include staking. It will pave the way for wider institutional adoption and sales. According to the official announcement, we will have the first Solana ETF and will be a spot ETF from what I read in the article. Let's also say that this ETF is important as the first ETF to include staking. As for market reaction, Solana was not particularly impressed, earning only 7% in the last 7 days. Moving on to more news, now we go to a German bank that has made a 180-degree turn and will provide crypto services to 50 million customers. We are referring to Germany's largest banking group, Sparkassen, which is preparing to offer crypto trading services to its retail clients by summer 2026. It should be noted that the bank's board of directors voted in 2023 not to provide digital asset services, pointing out CRYPTO as extremely dangerous. However, now, institutional customers have access to the largest crypto markets, and soon, retail customers. So we see how times change. Continuing, after talking about institutional issues, we will go to Robinhood, which begins with shares. Robinhood users in Europe are now able to trade US-listed stocks and exchange-traded funds as tokens on Arbitrum, the Ethereum Layer 2 scaling network, the company said in a press release published on Monday, alongside a keynote event in France. They will also start gaining access to crypto perpetual futures, a form of derivatives supporting up to 3x leverage. Very nice news. And from other articles I read, it seems that there will be about 200 versions of US shares and brands. So there will be 200 US shares tokenization on Robinhood on the Arbitrum network. Of these news, Robinhood's shares have made a new high of all time, while Arbitrum's share price has only increased by 11% because everyone is considering Bitcoin right now. Going into shares, let me remind you that we have Kraken, iBIT, and DeFi of Solana that support tokenization in shares. More than 60 shares are available on the Kraken, iBIT, and DeFi exchange platforms for Solana, all thanks to XStocks, something we've seen again at Crypto News before. If you are wondering which DeFi and what shares will be supported, if we go to the XStocks website and click on participation in our portfolio, we will see that Kraken and iBIT are supported as exchanges. Phantom, which is the most popular wallet for Solana and DeFi, is Radium, Jupiter, and Camino. While in another link, we will see what shares are supported, which are all American, and we can have easy access. And to complete our current episode, to tell you that the strategy bought $532 million in Bitcoin and bought $4,980,000, while Metaplanet followed closely and bought $104 million in Bitcoin. And for XRP, let me tell you that the sidechain that XRP wants to do with Ethereum is now on the mainnet and is basically united. In particular, it has EVM at what you can write smart contracts supported by Ethereum. And we are wondering how much money will come out of Ethereum to enter the XRP, because for this reason it enters the layer 2 or sidechain into Ethereum. And it's time to go to our favorite encryption market, with Bitcoin very heavy, standing at $107,000. That wraps up the top news for crypto today. Today, January 7th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.